I don't know what's going on. Okay, they got something going on over there. Catch that. Hi. So yesterday there was a little altercation. Okay. Yesterday there was a little altercation while I was away. I wasn't home apparently. It was between, I don't know, this.
I don't hear good. I can't hear what you're doing.
I get it. I don't hear well either. Give me a moment. Shut up. I'll keep him quiet. You're welcome to approach if you wish.
Yeah,
I need to talk to
understand that.
I need to talk to Grant.
Say
But
again?
I need to talk to Grant, but I'll talk to you.
Well, listen, just let's get something straight here, Sean.
Okay.
You see this property?
Yes, sir.
I own it,
I'm aware of that.
and so does Grant.
I'm aware of that.
Okay, so I just want to get that clear.
Okay.
So anything
No, I'm
you
aware
have
of
to say
that.
to him, you can say to me about it.
That's what I figured.
So
Okay. We're being. Who's that?
don't know, don't care.
Okay.
So
Well, there was a problem. It's escalated into today with Danny.
hasn't escalated into today with anybody from here.
Well, he had choice words to say. I just.
With who?
Well, with me
was-
earlier,
okay, so
earlier
that's-
today, but he brought something in that happened yesterday into it, and Dave happened to be there in his chair in the office at the time.
So Dave is Dave has as much right here.
I'm aware of that.
I just want to.
I don't have a problem with Dave. Never have.
Well, that's not what you were saying.
No, I was implying something else. I needed Grant to understand something. That's all. He didn't get what I was saying, but it's okay. He misinterpreted my intent, we should say,
Okay.
in what I was saying.
Well, then you should
Dave
have-
doesn't
then-
bother me
Then
personally.
you should have that conversation.
I've already
with-
talked to
with
Dave.
Grant.
Well, I talked to Dave about it.
Okay, we should have a conversation with Grant then if you want to talk to him about it.
I-
I'm just telling you where I stand.
I've been
Listen, I'm not trying to be mean.
somebody
here.
admitted to murder.
What?
Somebody admitted to murder. Okay, so that's where I stand at the moment in my mind.
Somebody admitted to murder.
Yes.
Daniel admitted to murder.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. Any conversation you have with Daniel is between you. I get it, but it's not my. Here's what I want. Here's
Yeah.
what Grant wants. Here's what Dave wants.
Okay.
We want no drama, and we will put up with no drama. Okay?
I'd appreciate that.
That's it. Period. You certainly probably don't need any drama in your life, but
I'm just
But I'll give you some-
this right here. This is all I care
it's
about.
okay. Good deal. Perfect. I get it, but anything you say
Uh-huh.
that gets moved to us.
Well, based on what he said, I'm concerned about a lot of things.
Well, if you want to speak with somebody about what Daniel said to you, I would, and you,
I'm already talking to authorities, and I'm already talking to Como and King 5.
okay, well, and if you want to tell Grant about it, fine, go ahead and tell Grant about it. That's okay. I personally, all I'm telling you is I will do whatever I can to protect my property, my life, Dave's life, Grant's life, anything.
Okay.
I don't give a shit what it is.
All right, I'm just
So,
going to bring this up
that's not a
once,
threat
and
to
you
anybody.
no, and I just wish to bring this
That's
up
my armor.
once in my,
So,
if I may, sir.
Daniel.
You're
I'm sure Daniel
Jeff?
told you a long story.
15 minutes. You're Jeff, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Jeff, sir, if I may, I would really, really be grateful, and I would shut the fuck up if all you could do is have that dumpster put down there anywhere.
I can't do that. I don't know what's the dumpster.
The dumpster is an issue because it gives him an excuse to interact with me and my dogs.
Gives Dave, you mean?
It gives, yeah, well, him, his family, it doesn't matter. I don't want any of them interacting with my dogs. How's that? That's where I stand.
So what you're saying is when they come up here, and
If
dump
you
the
could,
garbage, your
yes.
dogs- Hang on, let me speak, Sean. So
Yes,
what
sir.
You're saying is when they come up here, dump the garbage, your dogs go crazy. Which they're guard dogs.
Yes,
I
that's
get
what
it.
that's what they're
When they
for.
start barking, what do they do after that?
They interact, and if they interact with my dogs and my dogs can't get to them, they will attack each other. And if I end up with vet bills because of that, and I have,
Okay. See, Sean, I think that's a conversation for you to have. I know you can't have a conversation with the red wines about it. I already know that.
yes.
Okay, but here's.
I'm trying to reason with someone I hope is logical.
I understand what you're saying to me.
Okay.
But you have to understand a couple of things. One, personal property rights.
Sure.
It's my property.
I know it's yours, that's why I'm asking
and I
you.
can give them permission to do that.
I know you have.
I'm sorry that happens.
Uh-huh.
I come in here all the time and your dogs are rabid at me. I've tried to be nice to them. I put my hand through the fence and one of your dogs bit me. That's my fault, not your dog's fault.
Well, I'm glad you see it that way. You probably shouldn't interact with this one in particular.
But when I'm standing next to the fence trying to rake leaves or do whatever, and he's
Sure.
got his, and he's not, I don't like. So I'm gonna tell you where I come from. You can ask Grant about this. This is not because I hate dogs. I
No,
love
it's
dogs.
old people. I know. They all feel the same.
But I've killed at least 6 in my neighborhood.
I know. That's
for barking and attacking me.
Sure.
Your dogs have been lucky. They're behind a fence.
Uh-huh.
If not, I would consider them a threat, and I would have to
Right.
kill them.
That's why I've done everything in my
Two,
power to
I
make sure
do
they
not
stay
like-
where they belong.
Right. I do not like barking dogs. Your dog has the right to bark at me and tell you that I'm here.
Yeah.
But to continually bark
Yeah.
and try to attack me, to me, is an affront. And not the dog's fault, Sean. It's the owner's fault for not
Right.
saying, "Hey, training them down, done." Okay.
When I'm
I'm
here,
only
when
telling you that.
I'm
I'm
here
not
to
gonna
talk,
hurt your dogs or
when
harm
I'm
your
here to
dogs.
talk to them, I generally do.
But I don't
I'm not
do-
always here.
I get it, but I'm giving you leeway because you have this fence. I'm letting the dogs bark at me and do whatever and do their job. All right.
I've been
I'm letting
here.
them
I've
do
been
that.
here 9 years. I'm just a little less established than good old red wine here.
That is true, and I understand your dynamic here because I've talked to Troy, and I understand your dynamic, and you're doing the job he wants you to do, which is protect his property.
Yep.
But I'm going to protect mine at any cost.
You don't have to worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. I'm just telling you.
I'm the only Eagle Scout here.
So, and as far as that goes, I don't know what to tell you about that. That is, again, that's a personal property
Okay,
issue.
well, and it becomes, like I said, I don't have a problem with Dave. I do occasionally get annoyed when the paint fumes come through that vent and hit up here, but that's the, and I brought it up. I've already brought it all up. So I'm not trying to rehash old news. I just haven't talked to you about it.
But think about this. You're saying that bothers you, right? And I'm telling you that your dog's trying to attack me through the fence bothers me.
Right.
I can't do anything about your dogs. Right? I can't. What am I going to do?
Sure. The dumpster, I feel, could
so same thing with that.
go sit down there by
So
all
you
that
can't
stuff,
do-
is
no,
my
he's
opinion,
innocent.
but I could be wrong.
I come on my property
Yeah.
and your dogs try to attack me. The only thing that stops them is the fence.
Well, I've got 10 dogs here, and this is the only one. This is not. Please.
You're interrupting me.
No, I just want to.
You say if you listen.
I know, but I just want to correct you. Don't put all my dogs into
You
this.
got a black one that did it too over there the
He's
other day.
he's friendly.
I get it. It's okay.
This one is not friendly.
But
This is the only one.
what I'm saying to you is, when I come on my property, walk down my property line, your dogs
Yeah,
bother
I've seen it.
me.
I've seen
I
it.
don't like the barking. I don't like the snarling. And it bothers me a lot.
Sure, it bothers my
Enough
landlord.
So where I
Yeah.
don't have a problem killing dogs. I love dogs, but I'd kill them.
Sure,
Okay? When
I'm from a different viewpoint, but that's a generational thing.
so, on the flip side, you don't like the dumpster. I can't.
That
do
is a problem.
I can't do a fucking thing about your dogs. I walk down my property line. My only recourse is to call a sheriff, which is going to do nothing. See what I'm saying? So I leave it alone. I'm done. I think you should consider that the same way. Consider
I can't
that same as your dog.
because he's paying for it. You're benefiting from it, and it gives him an excuse to be a nuisance to
I
my
get to put
animals.
garbage in there and
I know.
no expense to me
And it
in
wouldn't
exchange for that
stop
being there.
and it wouldn't stop you from putting it down there. Is all I'm asking. Over by those railroad ties. Why can't it
How
sit
about
down
this?
there?
And it wouldn't stop you from putting another fence clear over there so I don't have to listen to your dogs. So I'll trade you. I'll move that and you put a fence that your dogs can no longer come over here and bother me, and that's good. We'll trade. I think that's a fair trade.
Well, I may just implement such, but only for their own protection ultimately. Yes.
Well, I'm not going to harm your dogs. And if somebody does, I got cameras that'll show who it was. So.
Okay, well, I was assaulted on your property effectively by Danny, and what are we going to do about that? I'm sending all of this to the
You
FBI.
need to file charges on this.
I'm planning to.
Okay, well, good. So if you want to trade, I'll move the dumpster when I can walk down this fence and no longer be then that's a fair trade as a neighbor.
Without being accosted.
What's that?
Without being accosted by my dogs. Is your goal.
To just be able to walk down my fence and not constantly have a dog snarling and barking at me.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So if you want to trade, I'll trade you. Put a fence all the way down there so I never have to worry about him again. I'll move that dumpster. That's a fact. But for now, unfortunately, things are going to stay the same.
Uh-huh.
My only concern is the protection of my life, liberty, and my property. And I don't know what conversation you had with Daniel.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But if he accosted you, you should have him arrested.
We're working on it.
Because he already had an altercation yesterday.
Uh-huh. I'm aware of it.
Well, he must have told you that.
Nope. It's a small town. Anyway.
Well, it's okay. I don't care where you got your information from. So,
Uh-huh.
again, so we're on the right page here.
Maybe,
Since
yeah.
I
can.
did not plan on having this conversation with you today.
Okay.
That was not my intent. I did not come here to talk to you. I came here to look at this poll
Uh-huh.
and look at some things on it. But since we're having a conversation,
Yes, Jeff.
here's what we, Grant and I, need from you.
Okay.
When you leave this property, there's an easement here about
Yes.
20 feet.
Uh-huh.
To about right here where that car is. 20 feet to this property.
Okay.
Okay? When you leave here,
Yeah.
I respectfully ask that you stay on this easement till you get to the sidewalk and go that way.
Right,
Don't
right.
cross our property that way.
Sure.
Okay? We would appreciate that.
Understood. Now that it's on recording, so I can respect that.
So it's okay. Well, I don't care if you're recording me. So, yeah, if you just stay here, down there. Same with them. They don't have any right to cross our property either.
Okay.
So I'm going to consider that's a business property
Uh-huh.
and a personal property.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to ask you to treat this like this is a city sidewalk. And
Uh-huh.
go down there to the sidewalk. If you
That's
want,
cool.
please.
My mother was a prosecutor. Did you know that?
No, sir, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I know a thing or two.
Good.
Okay.
And that'll help you.
It will.
So
It'll help me when I take care of the painting issue.
all right. Take care.
Uh-huh.